So it's the big day. It's the day that I do not get to document that often because, like nature, it happens seasonally. I'm planting grains today. I'm planting ancient grains the ancient way. So the idea of a naturally farmed grain field is very different than how most grain is today. And honestly, is this technique's time to rise. I've been doing it for 2 years so far, and it builds the soil. That's the key, and it philosophically slows down your pace of life and connects you to the seasons. Masanobu Fukuoka, a Japanese scientist, farmer, philosopher, is the one how this technique came to me, but it belongs to many different cultures. And the idea is simple. I am going to plant in that weedy field over there, and what I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna toss all the seeds into there, and then I'm gonna take a sickle and just cut down the straw on top of it, and that is gonna mulch it down. And it is how nature naturally propagates itself, specifically grains in their wild form. And so, just for posterity, so I can keep track of it, let me share the grains I'm choosing for this technique. So, we're getting this heat wave, the drought is coming, so I know I'm sticking with my ancestral seeds. And we got red sorghum from a local farm. We got Sea Island red peas. Shout out to Gullah Geechee people for having their stories in that one. Barnyard millet from India. You know. World's fastest growing sorghum from an Etsy store in North Carolina. Ramatala Galabat sorghum from Kassala, Sudan. It says easy to direct seed, experimental farm network. Coral sorghum. It was a beautiful looking plant. I grew it last year. Also it says from Malacca, South Sudan. Makes a sweet stock juice from the grains. And these ones got tall using this technique of just throwing it into some lawn. Did I miss any? Yeah, I did. Ba Yi Ki sorghum from northern China. And this one I have a lot of faith in because it's from a more temperate region. And look at these beautiful grains. Yeah. It's called jowari where I come from, and we make a lot of flatbreads and rotis and stuff. And I got buckwheat. Which is going to smother the weeds when I cut it down. And just for kicks, purple burgundy okra and cotton from a friend. Okay, let's do this. Okay, the seeds are thrown. I did a little bit of Bij Samskaram, which is kind of like how you raise your children. It's kind of what that translates to. And you know, this was actually another one I threw in. It's an old grain stock. And yeah. You know, Khalil Gibran said that, like, you know, once you gotta basically let them go. And I feel like this practice is teaching me to let go because this is kind of the only step I'm allowed. And it's true no-till, so it's like you know, everyone's trying to get away from the lawn, but let me just give you the profile of these plants. It's a lot of red clover, intentionally planted, used for medicine and tea. Just wild grasses, different things happen, and under here there's like so much biodiversity happening, so many spiders. And I don't often peek at the soil here, but it's improving. Oh, there's a little piece of sorghum. It's improving over time, and it's because we're growing the mulch in place. We're doing things the natural way. And yeah, all these seeds that were just thrown out before the big storm comes in are gonna have a thick mat of grass to go over and to keep the moisture in. And just like that, layer by layer, every year, returning everything back to the land, you can get some great soil. All right, here we go. And there you have it. As it was once said in the Chandogya Upanishad, like mortals, corn rises, ripens, and falls. And like mortals, it rises again. And there you go. Topsoil is a renewable resource. This is growing grains the ancient way. Recap, get your seed selection, save your seeds, have fun with it, practice your Bij Samskara, your Yoga Keti, donate the silence of your mind to the land, and I'm learning the lesson here, you know. The rest is up to rainwater, and I will update throughout the season, wholeness.